few years ago, I remember staring in my pantry, feeling completely overwhelmed. I wanted something healthy, but I couldn't figure out what to put together to make a healthy meal for me. I wanted to eat better and feel better, but I didn't know where to start. Everything felt like a mystery. What really supports my health? There's so much conflicting information. What helps support my hormones? What is considered anti inflammatory? And what is going to help me have fewer cravings and more energy? And that's when I started focusing on what I was stocking in my pantry, not just what I was cooking. By stocking your pantry full of anti inflammatory ingredients, you can put together a really healthy meal. And today, I'm going to give you a peek behind that door back there into my pantry and show you all of the anti inflammatory foods that I keep on hand so that I can cook healthy meals. And that supports my hormones, my energy, and my health. Hey everyone, welcome back to Healthy Her Midlife. I am Christine. I am the creator of this YouTube channel and the blog healthyhermidlife.com. Today I'm going to show you the 6 types of foods that I keep stocked in my kitchen all the time so that I can put together quick, healthy, anti-inflammatory meals. Are you ready? Welcome to my not so neat pantry. Okay, the first category up in the anti-inflammatory pantry are whole grains. So I keep my kitchen stocked with oats, quinoa, and brown rice. All right, oats and so these whole grains are all full of fiber, and your gut is going to love them. And when those healthy gut bacteria in your microbiome get a hold of the things that they like to eat, that just creates more of a healthy environment in your gut and throughout your body. That's also going to help you regulate your hormones better. So I have brown rice that I keep on hand. I have quinoa, and this is just a white quinoa, but because I'm all out of my tricolor quinoa, but regular old quinoa is fine as well. And then I have the big Costco bag, 10-pound bag of rolled oats. These whole grains are also going to help you balance your blood sugar and reduce inflammation. They're great for gut health too because they're so rich in fiber. I like making a batch of my quinoa for the week so I can portion out every day a little bit of quinoa for my lunches. And I might mix it with tofu or tempeh or even a lentil stew or just regular beans. Or you can even add them to a salad for your lunches. And then with the oats, I make a lot of overnight oats. I also like to add about a half a cup of oats to my homemade yogurt parfaits too. So that gives me a little bit of boost of fiber in my yogurt in the morning. And then of course, some brown rice is on hand is always going to be a great option for quick, easy meals. You can even get brown rice in the freezer section that's already pre-cooked and pre-packaged out. So you can just pop them in your microwave for about 3 minutes and then add some vegetables to it and some protein, and you've got an instant meal.
Meal planning doesn't have to be stressful. I've created the Busy Woman's 3-step meal planning guide to help you save time, eat healthier, and make meal prep effortless. It's totally free and it's your first step toward stress free eating. Grab your copy now. And if you're ready for personalized coaching, I've got a few spots left in my beta coaching program. Check it out while you're there.
Okay, the next category of anti-inflammatory foods that you should always keep on hand are going to be protein-based foods. So today I always keep jars of garbanzo beans or chickpeas in the pantry at all times. I like to make chickpea salad sandwiches with these. I like to make hummus with these. And then of course, You can do curries with them, and you can just do a veggie stir fry with them as well. They're very versatile and they're great to have on hand. Next up are beans. So I have black beans here, but lots of times I keep cannellini beans or kidney beans or pinto beans in the pantry to have on hand for taco nights, or if I want to do maybe a casserole with black beans in them, that sort of thing. These are also great with salads. And then lastly, I always like to keep lentils on hand. And actually, this is a can of lentils, but I also keep dried lentils on hand. So I have black lentils and I have red lentils. The red lentils will kind of dissipate in when you cook them. They kind of turn into a mush. They don't keep their they don't hold their shape very well. So these are great for curries. And then if you want just to have more of a chewy lentil, the black lentils or the green lentils are great too. Another thing in this category are dried soybeans. I like to keep these on hand because I like to have some of these that are already pre-cooked and maybe even roasted in the oven, dry roasted in the oven. So I have them for a crunchy snack. Uh, these soybeans, if you've never tried regular soybeans, they are great. They have a slight nutty taste to them. They're not very strong in flavor, and they because of that they go with everything. I've used these in tacos, I've put them on salads, and like I said, I've dry roasted them as well with some herbs and garlic to just have as a little snack that's nice and crunchy. And then of course, what cannot be stored in the pantry are more soy products. So I have tempeh, I have regular extra firm tofu, and then I have a silken tofu. So these are all great high protein options to have in your kitchen as a staple all the time, to chop them up and add them to soups, stews, pastas. You can crumble up tofu and make a scramble in the morning instead of an egg scramble. And the softer silken tofu you can use to make sauces too, like maybe a ranch dip or an Alfredo sauce, or even put them in your smoothies. Getting enough protein in our midlife years is really important, not just for our muscle maintenance, but also for hormone balance, blood sugar stability, and that is going to help you with those blood sugar crashes. So do try to get as much protein in as you can. All right, the next group of ingredients that I keep on hand for anti-inflammatory meals are going to be healthy fats, and I have 5 in my pantry to show you. Olive oil, tahini, chia seeds, walnuts, and hemp seeds. So these are all healthy fats that are going to help you feel more satiated during your day. They're full of omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids, which means they're going to help you with your brain health, which helps your mood and your energy and keeps that inflammation low. I use olive oil very sparingly when I cook, just a little squirt here or there, and that's all I usually use for oil. But you could also use it in a salad dressing sparingly. You don't need a lot of oil for salad dressing. I use tahini for my homemade hummus, and I don't add oil to my homemade hummus. You really don't need it. You could use a little bit of that chickpea liquid. It's called aquafaba. So when you open your can of garbanzo beans, when you're draining it, save some of that liquid. And then when you're making your hummus, add a little bit of the liquid back until you get it to the consistency you like. But you don't need the oil for your hummus. Walnuts, I like to add to practically anything yogurt wise, chia pudding wise, and also in salads, and they're a great snack. And then hemp seeds I like to sprinkle those all over things. I sprinkle them on my salads. I sprinkle them on avocado toast or peanut butter toast. And I add them to my yogurt parfaits too. And then, of course, chia seeds I add to yogurt parfaits. Obviously, they make a great chia pudding. Anything liquidy that you want to bulk up, chia seeds are great for that. So don't be afraid of healthy fats. They are fuel for your brain and your hormones. The fourth anti inflammatory category I have for you today are herbs and spices. By the way, do you say herbs or do you say herbs? I say herbs. So, for the anti inflammatory herbs and spices, we have turmeric, garlic, cinnamon, and ginger. I actually have a little baby ginger too. So don't discount herbs and spices for their anti-inflammatory properties. They may seem really small and inconsequential, but they're powerhouses. Turmeric and ginger fight inflammation at the cellular level, and cinnamon helps with blood sugar balance, and garlic supports immune health and gut health. Plus, they all make any meal very flavorful. Any of these can be added to roasted veggies, any protein that you're cooking. You could even add cinnamon in your breakfast yogurt parfaits on top of toast, in your coffee. And if you're doing a tofu scramble, a little bit of turmeric will turn that tofu yellow to make it really look like eggs in a flash. A little bit is all you need. So don't skip those healthy herbs and spices when you're cooking, and make sure you always keep a fresh batch of all of it on hand. Okay, the fifth category for anti inflammatory items for your kitchen is going to be quick grab snacks. So in my pantry, I have a lot of cashews, pistachios. These are great. These are almonds that are coated with cocoa powder. So they're still low in sugar and they've got that a little bit of chocolate on there. So that is a great way to satisfy your sweet tooth. So nuts and dried fruit, they're going to be a great anti-inflammatory go-to snack. Just be mindful of two things. Number one, dried fruit is a lot of sugar all at once. So just if you have that sweet tooth and you need to pop a dried apricot, one or two, that's it. And then the second thing you want to keep in mind too is if you're trying to lose weight, a lot of nuts is going to be probably too much fat in your daily diet. Just grab whatever you can feel in your hand. That's probably going to be one serving. So if you can put the nuts in your hand and completely close your hand, that's as much as you need without overdoing the calories or the fat content for the day. You can even try pre-portioning them so that you can just grab a little baggie and go. And my last anti-inflammatory category in my pantry are healthy teas. We keep quite a few different types of teas in our pantry, especially for guests who stay overnight who prefer tea instead of coffee. But what we definitely always have is a green tea, because this one is my favorite. It's a Moroccan mint green tea and it's delicious. I love this one. But then we also keep herbal teas on hand too. This is a chamomile tea. The thing about herbal teas is they're going to be caffeine free because there's actually no tea leaves in them, in most of them. They're going to be, you want to look on the label for caffeine free. Now, with the green tea actually has more caffeine than regular black tea does. So be mindful of that. But it's green tea is actually an antioxidant and it's full of healthy gut promoting compounds. So if you feel like you want to reach for another cup of coffee, but it's later, it's not the morning anymore, maybe reach for some green tea instead. That will wake you up naturally. And like I said, it's full of gut friendly anti inflammatory compounds. And I forgot to mention with the ginger, I like to add this to hot water just to make a plain ginger tea too, maybe with a little bit of honey or a little bit of lemon. And that turns out to be a really nice tea and it'll help soothe your stomach. So there you have it. There was my sneak peek into my a little bit disorganized, a little bit chaotic pantry. I hope you didn't mind that. Definitely no gimmicks, definitely no extremes, just all natural ingredients that are going to be anti inflammatory, gut health promoting, hormone friendly, and blood sugar balancing. Having all of these ingredients easily accessible for me is a great way for me to keep on serving myself healthy meals every day. All right, ladies, that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed that. Have a great rest of your week. Let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this video and if you can think of any other anti inflammatory ingredients that I should keep in my pantry and my refrigerator. If this video was helpful for you, please like the video and share this video with all of your amazing girlfriends. It really does help me reach more amazing women just like you. Thank you so much. I'll see you next week on Healthy Her Midlife.